Hello and welcome. What I have here today is two Citizen NY0040 watches. They look almost the same, but they are very different. There are some pretty significant differences between the two watches. The NY0040 is really my most favorite watch of all time because these watches are real certified divers. They are beautiful. The size is fantastic. I like that they are small and they are very affordable. You can get NY0040s for or under 200 euros, and it's amazing. The value, what you get for your money is amazing. And now Citizen updated the NY0040 because the original one here, this one doesn't have hand hacking. It only has hand winding. And the lume is the biggest weakness of this watch. And it was really, I always liked this watch, but lume was always a disappointment because the lume on the hands is very bright, it's very strong, but the lume on the hour markers is very, very weak. And yeah, it's just not, I like strong lume, so the lume was really a disappointment about this watch. And Citizen updated the NY0040 with a new movement. So the old one here has the 8203 movement, no hacking. The new one has the 8204 movement with hacking, and also Citizen has updated the lume. So now the lume on the hands and on the hour markers is very strong, very bright, long lasting. It's really on par with Seiko. The lume of the new Citizen NYs is just as strong as the lume of the Seiko divers. So actually they look almost identical, but you can tell the difference if you look at the lume pip, because of the new one you have a much bigger lume pip, and it's like a bubble actually, and the triangle, one of the edges of the triangle is cut. On the old one, the triangle has a sharp edge everywhere, and also the lume pip is smaller and it's recessed, you see. Otherwise they really look exactly the same, and of course the movement is different, but otherwise they are identical. And really Citizen nailed it with the new NY0040s, because it still has the same vintage vibe, which I love about the NY0040. I just love the color of the lume, the black dial, the red accents. I just love everything about how it looks. I love the design. I love the crown placement. It is just such a beautiful watch. Now I also have this one here, the Coke, the NY0085, and the Pepsi, the NY0086. And these also have the updated movement with hacking, and they have a fantastic blue lume. Really, the excellent blue lume. Very strong, bright, long lasting. But they don't have the vintage vibe that the original NY0040s have. And now these ones have green lume. The new one also has green lume, but it's just way much better than the old one. And I think for me maybe this is the perfect watch, really. You know, it's not a spec monster. It doesn't have sapphire crystal, but it's just amazingly beautiful. It's small. Now it has a very nice movement, a fantastic lume. Really, I have no complaints about the lume anymore. The lume is as good as it gets, really. So let's try to have a look at it. By the way, if I'm shaking or shivering, it's because it's cold. It's very cold. It's not the time to turn on the heating just yet, but it's already cold. Yeah, I cannot make the room dark, but I think you can already see that the lume on the old one, the lume on the hour markers is just already gone, but you can still see some lume on the new one. Some brightness. Yeah. So I think the updated Citizen NY0040 is just such a fantastic watch. You get a real certified beautiful diver with a modern movement with a fantastic lume for under 200 euros or 200 euros. It's, you know, it's ridiculous. Ridiculous. Now I'm wearing the BN0151, which is the blue Eco Drive version. I mean, yeah, the blue Eco Drive. And this is also an amazing value. It costs under 200 euros. It's a certified diver. It's beautiful. Lume is even better than on the new NYs. And yeah, I think just Citizen is just, oops. Citizen just beats the heck out of Seiko, I think. Because look at this, look at all these watches. Alignment is everywhere like perfect. I don't see any real noticeable alignment issues on any of my Citizens. No alignment issues, at least I don't see any noticeable ones, you see. Oh. But even on my King Samurai, there are some noticeable alignment problems. Not very noticeable, but I noticed them. You know, oh, don't even talk about my SKX. That's an alignment disaster here. My only perfectly aligned Seiko, oh, wait a moment. And the Solar Tuna, it's also an alignment disaster. Especially the bezel. My only perfectly aligned Seiko is the Tuna, but it's also well over 1,000 euros. And the Orient Triton is also perfectly aligned. When I say perfectly aligned, I mean that there is no noticeable misalignment. So really, Citizen just, they just nailed it with these NYs and with the new updated NYs. My absolute favorite watch of all time is now even better. And yeah, really the only major weakness of the NYs was the lume, but now the updated NYs have excellent lume. You know, a movement with hacking. This is like the perfect watch. You know, nothing is perfect, but it's as perfect as it gets. Of course, for the money, but I don't need, you know, expensive watches. I just don't need them. Why? For 200 euros. This is so beautiful, and it's just, I mean, I don't need anything more. I don't need anything more expensive. Because stuff that is more expensive, it doesn't necessarily mean that it's higher quality, it's more beautiful, whatever. Yeah, it's a great watch. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.